Institutes of the Christian Religion by John Calvin, Book 1. Chapter 13, Section 4. The Church has regarded expressions like Trinity, person, etc. as necessary to unmask false teachers. However, the novelty of words of this sort, if such it must be called, becomes especially useful when the truth is to be asserted against false accusers, who evade it by their shifts. Of this today we have abundant experience in our great efforts to rout the enemies of pure and wholesome doctrine. With such crooked and sinuous twisting, these slippery snakes glide away unless they are boldly pursued, caught, and crushed. Thus men of old, stirred up by various struggles over depraved dogmas, were compelled to set forth with consummate clarity what they felt, lest they leave any devious shift to the impious, who cloaked their errors in layers of verbiage. Because he could not oppose manifest oracles, Arius confessed that Christ was God and the Son of God, and as if he had done what was right, pretended some agreement with the other men. Yet in the meantime, he did not cease to prate that Christ was created and had a beginning as other creatures. The ancients, to drag the man's versatile craftiness out of its hiding place, went farther, declaring Christ the eternal Son of the Father, consubstantial with the Father. Here impiety boiled over when the Arians began most wickedly to hate and curse the word homoousios. But if at first they had sincerely and wholeheartedly confessed Christ to be God, they would not have denied him to be consubstantial with the Father. Who would dare inveigh against those upright men as wranglers and contentious persons because they became aroused to such heated discussion through one little word, and disturb the peace of the church? Yet that mere word marked the distinction between Christians of pure faith and sacrilegious Arians. Afterward, Sabellius arose, who counted the names of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit as almost of no importance, arguing that it was not because of any distinction that they were put forward, but that they were diverse attributes of God, of which sort there are many. If it came to a debate, he was accustomed to confess that he recognized the Father as God, the Son as God, and the Spirit as God. But afterward a way out was found, contending that he had said nothing else than if he had spoken of God as strong and just and wise. And so he re-echoed another old song, that the Father is the Son, and the Holy Spirit the Father, without rank, without distinction. To shatter the man's wickedness, the upright doctors, who then had piety at heart, loudly responded that three properties must truly be recognized in the one God, and that they might fortify themselves against his tortuous cunning with the open and simple truth, they truly affirm that a trinity of persons subsists in the one God, or, what was the same thing, subsist in the unity of God.